Hey everyone, I was planning on making a lemon splitter build from the the Doom map, but I accidentally wiped my PvE really stupidly, so I have to remake it. So I made this build instead, because I didn't feel like it. This is my first time using a Twinblade. I think this build is pretty good. It does a lot of damage. I had recorded a progression for this build, but I forgot to record audio, and I'm not gonna just show you running around like in silence for 60 minutes. So, my bad. Anyways, the build link will be in the description. Alright, so you might be looking at this and be thinking, is this another medium attunementless with strength? And I want to say that's completely coincidence. It could be subconscious, but I didn't mean to make it so similar to the previous one. But that doesn't mean it's entirely similar. For example, we went charisma with this one, so we have cornered fool and off your game. That's what it is. So whenever we guard break somebody, we'll just be able to get a ton of damage off of them for free, basically. They can't vent it, but I mean that's not exactly free to vent because ether regeneration and all that. But anyways, that's the main thing of this build, is going to be spine cutter, or more specifically face cutter, because it's Twinblade. The only downside to this build is the fact that it doesn't have a ton of health. You'll see here, we're getting hit and we're losing about like at least 10% every hit. But you know, if you just, you know, block, parry, dodge, that doesn't really matter. Just kill them before they kill you, really. And this build really does a good job at making you not have to hit the person as much in order to turn a fight around. You could probably do about like 30% just off of a guard break with this build, which makes it really good for those players who just kind of predict parry and they just want to play fast. You just catch them off guard like that, and all of a sudden they're missing 30% of their health. It'll slow down a ton. But the second downside, I'd say, is the fact that it doesn't have exhaustion strike. I'd say exhaustion strike is probably the best mantra in the game right now, just because of how fast it is. The fact that it's almost unavoidable sometimes, you know? Like, no matter how good you are, or like, your ping has to be insane for you to roll it. Otherwise, like, you have to block it or else you're gonna get hit. But yeah, we don't have any willpower, so we can't go exhaustion strike. I know that might be a deal breaker for some people. They can't live without their exhaustion strike, but you know, you're just gonna have to lock in. As for the stat order, this build only really works if you have the multifaceted echo upgrade, but you could still make like a good version. It's just, if you want, what's it called? If you want ether conduit and eureka, then you're gonna need that. If not, it's just fine if you go 25 intelligence. But that's the only difference. So you just want to put 90 points into charisma first. Make sure you get taunt and off your game and cornered fool. Those are important. And go 75 for agility. Make sure you get air counter, cheap shot, and down comes the claw, and tap dancer. Just all the stuff that you need more than 50 agility for. And then put 50 fortitude. That's just for exoskeleton and to the finish. I would just try to chance those, because those are like the only two cards you need. So just use Mystic, and then there's also the extra talent quests you can get around the map. I would do the Minotaursa one, it gives you aces in a talent hand, the Megalodon one, and then the Legion Camp one. That's just so that you don't have to Shrine of Blasphemy. You save yourself a flaw. But it's not needed. It doesn't matter if you Shrine of Blasphemy. You can do it however you want. But you're just going to do that, and then you put 1 point into Strength, Intelligence, and Medium. Then you should be good at Shrine of Order. After that, you just want to get your Strength up to 80. Put 5 more points into Intelligence. Or if you don't have the talent, and just leave it, it should be around like 26 or something. You just leave it alone. And then just get like, put the rest into medium weapon. You should get around like 80. That's just so we can get the level 5 strength mantras and weapon mantras. As for your oath, you can go whatever oath you want. We have stat requirements for quite a few of them. I just went with Jet Striker because I haven't made a Jet Striker build in a bit. And I felt like doing overworld ganking with this one. So I might show you that in like I might do a separate video on that. Who knows? I do want to get better at overworld fighting. I haven't really done that yet. For your armor, I just went Prophet's Cloak. You know, it's just kind of like the classic. But really, the armor doesn't matter that much. I did transmog Windrunner robes just because I thought it looked good, but you know, the armors don't matter that much, so I wouldn't worry about it. And then enchant also doesn't really matter that much. See, I'm using Seer in these clips, but I switched it to Stone. That way our critical can block break more. You know, I think it's just, since we're going to be block breaking a ton, that's kind of like the focus of this build. It's Stone just lets that happen more often. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. But really, you could go whatever enchant you want. Like if you wanted to go, I don't know, Deado, then I don't know why you would do that to yourself. But, you know, that's fine too. I used to go Heroism on this build when I first made it, and it did a ton of damage, but it was just really loud. It makes that doo noise. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but like I can't fight like whenever that noise is in my head, so I had to get rid of it. You know, we would be killing people in about like 8 hits. Like when we have the full 25%, but it just it was giving me a headache just standing still with it, so I got rid of it. But really, just go whatever enchant you want. However, for the mantras, I feel like the ones I'm using are the best ones. I did have Prominence Draw on this before, but I just think Rapid Punches is just like a better Prominence Draw. Since we have the strength to make it level 5, might as well. It does blunt damage too, and since we have Shield Breaker, it just kind of fits with it. You feel me? You know, really just whatever mantras you're comfortable with, but I think these ones are the best. Alright, that's about it. If you want to click off the video, go get the build. It's going to be in the description. Right now I'm just going to talk about the clips you'll see in the video right now. So that is about it. Anyways, this clip right here is a pretty good showcase of how much damage this build really does. You saw he was getting warriors despite that entire time. So now I'm on 10%. He's probably at full because I didn't hit that guy at all. 2 guard breaks. We get taunt on him too, and a spine cutter. He's already hurting, right? He almost gets us there, you know. But after this, just 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, it only took 4 hits for us to kill him. So yeah, the damage on this is real. This guy, I don't know what he was doing. Don't do this. I don't know like where the mindset is. Yeah. This guy, I don't know, did you see that? See that? It rewinded if you didn't see it, but I threw out an M1, that way I could use light speed reflexes to parry even while I'm on cooldown. That's pretty cool. I was trying to make a build on this one, but I died to a Thunder Call Corrupt Bounder on wave 25. I was kind of embarrassed after that. I was real frustrated. I almost spent 1k on a what is it called? On a revive, whatever. But I was like, yeah, no, I'll just make it later. You know, so I'm kind of disappointed about that, but you know, it's whatever. Boom, 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 boom. This guy was cheating though. Look at him. He used Sky Shatter, and then he missed the first kick on purpose. That way I wouldn't be able to parry it, because he knows. But I did that light speed reflexes thing again. Then I'll go from doing that to just getting hit by basic M1s. It doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm surprised. It probably does more, but this guy just didn't have a good build. You'll see we're able to full parry it right here. Look, boom, boom. I will make a build on that soon. I'll probably go to Prague a PvE after this. That way I can actually kill the serpent. Alright, bye.